He is the God who brought up his people out of the land of Egypt. He's a God with a name, a God with a history. I taught a course in college many years ago on theology, and we were studying the names of God, and I was trying to illustrate this to the significance of the names of God and what they reveal about God's character to the class. And just at the beginning of the class, this girl, I'll call her Mary, walked in the room, and she walked in a strange, somewhat awkward demeanor. She walked in like this. And anybody that looked, or if she really walked in like this, could see the glittering diamond ring on her left hand. And I said, wait a minute, Mary. I said, do I see a diamond ring on your finger? She said, yes. I said, are you engaged? And she said, yes. I said, to whom are you engaged? And she pointed to her boyfriend in the back row. His name was John. She said, to John. I said, well, congratulations. Do you mind if I ask you a question? And she said, what's that? I said, when you say you're going to marry him, I assume that you love him. Is that a safe assumption? And she said, yes. I said, well, tell me, why do you love him? In front of the whole class, I asked her this. Why do you love John? And she said, because he's so handsome. I said, well, yes, he is very good looking, but look at Bill back there. He was the escort to the Queen this year. I said, homecoming queen. I said, don't you think he's good looking? Oh, yeah, Bill's very handsome. I said, well, then there's got to be something else about John besides that he's handsome. And she said, well, he's so athletic. I said, yes, he is. He's good. I said, but Bill's the captain of the basketball team. He's athletic too, so why don't you love Bill instead of John? And she's starting to get frustrated now. She said, well, John's so intelligent. I said, he is. He's a very good student. He said, of course, Bill's probably going to be the valedictorian of the class. So you're not getting it, Mary. There's got to be something else about John that distinguishes him from Bill in your eyes and in your appreciation, something unique to him that causes you to have this great affection. Now, don't waste the rest of the period. Let's name the child. Let's get on with it. What is it about him that makes you love him so much? And she really got frustrated. She said, well, I love him because he's John. And I said, yeah. See, when you wanted to come back to the crystallized essence of who he is and what he means in terms of your relationship and your personal history with him, it all came back to his name. And that's why when we look at God, we know that his name is wonderful. Because in that name, he reveals manifold things about the excellency of his being and the perfections of his character. That's why the saints of old, if they said, tell us everything you know about God, they would finally say, Yahweh, I am who I am.